Well, hey, how was everyone today? So I just want to do an update. I was not going to bore you with the fluff of this malicious intent on Nature Boy. We all know this is not no malicious anything. Nature Boy simply, and I'm going to let you guys listen to the recordings of what was said in the interview.
Standpoint of, some people may have more information, some people don't. So we're going to come from like a naive standpoint. But I want to ask, a year and a month ago, of course, this is when he was, again grabbed. What were the charges that are being, that he's
Falsely.
being held on? Yeah, go ahead.
Falsely.
Thank you. Falsely. What are the?
Falsely accused. Maliciously. This is a malicious prosecution. False imprisonment and 3 counts of prohibition on nude, which were false.
Yeah.
The alleged victim never said anything about. She was coerced by
Chantel Coleman,
also known as the T. This is her real name. She put her name out there as Alice Castor, but that's not her name. Her name is Chantel Coleman, the T, who coerced her to, which she never said. In every single video, if you watched it, she said, "We made love.
Yeah.
We made love." Yeah. This is a malicious prosecution. The detectives are involved. The prosecutor is involved. Detective Gregory Moore, Detective Panosium, Monica Panosium, and what is the prosecutor? Tabitha are all included in this malicious prosecution. And we're still, in this moment, fighting. And the judge, Stacey Hydra. We are in this process still fighting these alleged charges, these false charges. And we just need some help, some assistance from anyone. Yeah. That just can help us.
Yes.
We have everything that we need, but if anybody sees anything that they can do to help, that's all we asking for. We talking about these charges. We don't talk about anything else that goes against these charges. If it doesn't help and it doesn't aid in our helping to help these charges, we don't want to talk about it.
But Nature Boy maliciously was recording, doing inhumane things to these people. And what he did was he gave the alleged victim a leg to stand on, because she knew, just like the public knew, and the local authorities and the FBI, that he was recording evidence of what he was doing on himself. There were people that may not even have liked it, Nature Boy, but they used to tell him he should stop doing that. And we used to see them get cussed out, blocked in the chat, and so forth. So for these women who are now his co-defendants to sit up here when they know that this is a sensitive case and you really shouldn't be talking about the case, just like the jury can't talk about the case, so shouldn't they. They should not be talking about the case because they could say something, not realizing it, that can incriminate him more. It's bad enough that they are his co-defendant because they didn't have sense enough to say, I don't think that's a smart idea that we load drugs into a droid and send it off to the prison window so you can bring it in with the broom and it fall to the ground. And then the guards don't know whose drugs it is, but it's like follow the drip, follow the drip. And what do? They check the phones and they find out it was Nature Boy planning on a recorded line for these women to go and do this. And now they're co-defendants, and yeah, they probably got arrested, charged, and now they're co-defendants. But if they keep playing with fire, they're gonna get burned, and they're not gonna be any use to Nature Boy. And I really feel at this point, because in the interview they were asked, does he get visitors? And we all know he gets visitors. They were entertaining the fact that he needed visitors at the beginning, and I'm quite sure there's many women that are going to see him that are in that area, and I'm quite sure there are many women separately not knowing about each other that he's having conversations with, and some of them the ones that he knows got money, he's probably making them think, I really want to be with you. Maybe it took this to happen for me to see this for what it is, yada, yada, yada. And these women are sitting up here picking up cases, and now they're still throwing the judge and character assassinating and doing malicious stuff on their own side because, this is how they feel. And they're going to mess around and they're going to make the wrong people unhappy, and they're going to end up in jail. Because we all know that the system is not flawed. It's not flawless. They're flawed, and they're crooked, and they're going to mess around, and they're going to get left around. And Nature Boy is going to be in the wind. Maybe he might have to do a bid, but he's going to have a couple of women sending him canteen that they don't even know about each other, or maybe they do. And he's going to get a group of women again, and you're going to be a wrap. And that's just as simple as that. And it's really sad that they don't see things for what it is, and just move on with their lives. They sound like a broken record. When I first went on to the interview, I didn't even know that it was a new interview. Only reason why I stayed on the interview was because I heard RealLyfe production asking him questions. So I said, no, this is his interview that he was asking. But they're just repeating, regurgitated information over and over again, like Nature Boy has them reciting what to say to these people on the interview. And what I didn't like also that I brought up yesterday was the fact that they knew that Nature Boy was not going to be at that interview. Nature Boy knew it too. I really think that they should have been upfront with the interviewer that Nature Boy cannot be on a recorded line or even do a three-way call, because if he's caught again doing so, he will pick up another charge and it's going to be even 10 times worse for him. They already knew that they were going to be the ones that were going to be front and center representing Nature Boy's name. They chose to not tell the interviewer what was going on about that, and I think that was kind of slime ballish. But just like when the question was asked about the smuggling in the drugs, the droid, I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but y'all know what I'm talking about, that little airplane that has a little camera on it. They didn't want to answer that either. They didn't know anything about that. So it's just real shady, these people are. And I know that the interviewer has, just like we all, he has he has done his due diligence on Nature Boy. He knows that Nature Boy is not innocent. I don't think that he believes some of the crimes that he's been accused of. He did, but he knows that Nature Boy is not innocent. He also knows that Nature Boy, at that present time when he got arrested, was not on no spiritual journey. And he also knows that these women are brainwashed. Nature Boy has literally washed their brain, and they're brainwashed. And they need to get out of the situation, because now they're facing criminal time for doing a criminal offense. And they could have already went home to their families, and two of them could already went home to their children and got counseling, and got a job, and just started their life over. And they just choose to keep ruining their life by doing all this foolishness for Nature Boy. And it just, to me, doesn't make any sense. But we're going to see how it plays out. I got a couple of more things I want to discuss, but I don't want to bombard you guys with a 50-minute live or a 50-minute commentary video. I want you guys to be able to get the information in 10 to 11 minute increments, and soak in what's going on, so that you're not like misinformed, or you're playing catch up to what's going on in this situation with these cult clowns.